Hello and welcome to Throwback Thursdays with Literacy Seeds. Tonight I'm going to read a classic, a favorite. Many of us grew up with this book, The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. Before I read it, I just want to share a quick tip. One of the most important pieces to cultivating a reader is to build a sense of joy. Many of our kids go to school and they see reading as a task, as a chore, because it's connected to work. It's connected to let's answer the questions. It's connected to a test. And there's no real curiosity or joy connected to the book, right? I mean, great teachers know how to do that, but what I'm saying is a lot of times it's not happening. So at home, how do you build that sense of joy, and how do you transfer to your readers a love and a joy for books and for stories? One of the things that you can do is just share with your readers your favorites. What were some of your favorites growing up? Who were your favorite authors? What were your favorite books? My son, when he was younger, whenever he would get the question, "Who's your favorite author?" he would say Dr. Seuss. And you know why he said that? Was because Dr. Seuss was one of my favorite authors. And Dr. Seuss books were books that I shared with him. And he's began to develop a reading identity. So we want to make sure that we're helping our readers build an identity and build a connection to books and authors and texts. One of the simple ways to do that is just share your own favorites. And they will begin to develop favorites of their own. Why was The Snowy Day a favorite for many of us? Because it contained or included a character that looked like us. That's another important component to building a love of reading and a sense of joy. Many of our kids, they go to school, and this is actually a hot topic in education today. Very, very hot topic is cultural relevance in the curriculum and cultural relevance in the books, right? So are kids exposed to books with characters who look and sound like them? And so something that we can do at home very easily is reclaim that power and make sure that we are building collections or sharing books with our readers at home with characters who look like them. Imagine how that feels to know that you too are worthy of being put into a book, if that makes sense to you. All right, so I'm not going to go all political tonight because I want to get into the book. But again, how do you build joy? Share your favorites. Include yourself. Include yourself. Include them. Ensure that they're seeing themselves in the books that they're reading. The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. One morning, Peter woke up and looked out the window. Snow had fallen during the night. It covered everything as far as he could see. After breakfast, he put on his snowsuit and ran outside. The snow was piled up very high along the street to make a path for walking. Crunch, crunch, crunch. His feet sank into the snow. He walked with his toes pointing out like this. He walked with his toes pointing out like that. Then he dragged his feet slowly to make tracks. And he found something sticking out of the snow that made a new track. What do you think he found? What do you think is making this new track? It was a stick that was just right for smacking a snow-covered tree. Down fell the snow. plop on top of Peter's head. He thought it would be fun to join the big boys in their snowball fight, but he knew he wasn't old enough. Not yet. So he made a smiling snowman, and he made angels. He pretended he was a mountain climber. He climbed up a great big tall heaping mountain of snow and slid all the way down. He picked up a handful of snow and another and still another. He packed it round and firm and put the snowball in his pocket for tomorrow. Then he went into his warm house. What do you think's going to happen with that snowball? Is it going to still be there? He told his mother all about his adventures while she took off his wet socks. And he thought and thought and thought about them. Before he got into bed, he looked in his pocket. His pocket was empty. The snowball wasn't there. He felt very sad. While he slept, he dreamed that the sun had melted all the snow away. But when he woke up, his dream was gone. The snow was still everywhere. New snow was falling. After breakfast, he called to his friends from across the hall, and they went out together into the deep, deep snow. Look at all these other great books by Ezra Jack Keats. I can't wait to read some more of his books. So, what do you do after you're done reading a great book like this? Encourage a sense of curiosity or encourage just a sense of imagination. What do you think Peter and his friend is going to do next? Are they going to have a new adventure? Are they going to find that same stick? Do you think Peter's going to put the snow in his pocket again? Or encourage some of their own creativity? Do you remember your last snow day? Would you like to write about it? And that's how you connect reading to writing. And it's something simple that kids could do at home. You can have just like you can have daily reading, there can be daily writing, or just speaking. Just tell me about your last snow day. What did you do? What adventure did you have? What adventure are you excited to have the next time you have a snow day? Now I know it's in the middle of spring, but it does kind of feel like we're on an extended snow day, doesn't it? Well, that's all for tonight. Thanks for joining. I'll sit back down so you guys can see my face. Tomorrow, I want to share another book. This is Stevie by John Steptoe. I talked to you today about honoring connections, honoring your favorites, honoring ourselves by sharing books with characters that look like us. The same thing with Stevie. The thing with Stevie that you're going to see tomorrow when I read it, it's also important to honor voice. And when I say voice, just honoring authentic voice within a character. And you'll see exactly what I mean by that when I read Stevie tomorrow. Thanks for coming. Have a great night.